It was pretty good, but school, back to school, so everybody's back to class. And it was real quiet today. I mean, going to class is, but it's good. It was glad, to see everybody back on campus and get everything back rolling.
Notre Dame lost a couple of good players off of last year's team, but they still have, 2 or 3 guys that you played against last year that are pretty good. What do you see in the matchups?
I feel like they'll be the same for the most part. Probably me not guarding Jerry Grant, and I think they still play 4 guards and 1 big. So the same concept I think it still be there. They're a great transition team and they try to outscore you. So playing defense is a big key in that game, especially transition defense.
And do you feel like a point guard?
Actually, I just feel like a basketball player. Anything he asks me to do, I try to do it. Putting me at point against Virginia, trying to facilitate things, being able to, I know the offense and I know, where people are supposed to go. I know, how to read the defense. So, being able to, for the first time start at that position is just, it was a great opportunity for me.
I mean, I imagine you kind of bring a different mindset when you're playing there.
Yeah, kind of, sort of. I still had a score mentality. If I see an opening, I'll take advantage of it. But for the most part, against Virginia, it wasn't too many openings. They did a great job defensively, especially hedging ball screens. They did a great job at that. We could really turn the corner on the ball screens, but at point guard, I feel like still the scoring mentality, have a scoring mindset.
When Coach told you he wanted to start you there, did he give you like, here's what I want you to do, or kind of instructions or encouragement or anything?
Oh no, he just, hey, you're starting at that position, and just went on from there and started practice, went through practice, and did our usual practice plans and got better that day.
Part of your game is getting to the hoop. Is there any difference in playing the wing to the point as far as getting to the hoop?
Not really. Only difference is I feel like at point guard, you got the ball majority of the time, and it's kind of like you're in control in a way. And if you see any opening, you could just go. On the wing, you might not have the ball at the time when you see the opening, so you can't really take advantage of it. You could cut or something, but with the ball in your hand, you could, read the defense and take advantage of it.
Shooting from the outside, do you have a preference from shooting from the top of the key or from the side?
No, not really. I mean, any open shot or any shot I get opportunity, I'm gonna shoot it. I feel like a big thing for me is, when I get back to defense, being able to stop on the dime and just pull up, because everybody is always expecting me to get all the way to the basket. And I think I did a great job of doing that against Pittsburgh, being able to, explode and then just stop on the dime and shoot it. So that's one aspect I think I need to showcase more, being able to stop on the dime and pull up. Because a lot of teams are disciplined and set up for charges.
To have the ball so much is a requirement. I mean, you need a little more dialed in, or I imagine just kind of more wearing to play that position rather than the 3.
You just have to be precautious. Just being able to control them and just make sure. The best thing is to make sure I have no turnovers, but you're gonna make mistakes. But the less mistakes you make is the better. Just being able to control, the offense in your team, and that's the biggest key for me.
How far do you have to go back?
Middle school, he went to Money's Mill Middle School. I went to North Clayton. He was a year ahead of me. We always talk about this story about how he remembered me when I was in the 7th grade, and I was chubby, but he always say I could get down, I could shoot or whatever. He always remember when we played. I think we played the game before them in the playoffs or something, and he was always saying that I was to be fat or chubby, I was pretty good or whatever. But he was real skinny and small. He only grew a little bit, by the way. But for the
you had the last word on all that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I grew up.
Yeah, I grew up a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, we go way back to middle school in Clayton County.
Even then, could you tell this guy could really shoot?
Yeah, he could really shoot. Especially you saw even more when we got to high school, and some days, probably I have a game one night, And I wake up the next morning and see that he scores 30-something. I mean, he can shoot the ball. He can flat out shoot the ball. I remember seeing him in the state playoffs. I think it was the Final Four.
So you never played against each other?
In high school, we never played against each other. We never got the chance. There was one opportunity, but I think we lost before we were able to meet up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
His routine of taking so much, shooting so much in practice on his own, has that rubbed off on guys? And on the court, during games, how does his shooting affect everybody else on the team?
Well, he does do a great job of getting in the gym, sneaking in the gym. But sometimes coach tell him to rest, but there's no resting with him. He puts up extra shots and he wants to get a shot better, and it rubbed off on a lot of guys. Being that his shooting capability, and we see that how well he shoots the ball, and the reason why he shoots the ball is because he put in the time and put in the work. And I realized and I paid attention that a lot of guys are starting to get here more early and starting to come in more and shoot more extra shots. And that's a good sign.
Yeah. Thanks, appreciate it.
No problem.
You guys have had so many close calls in the ACC over the past couple of years. To beat a team like Virginia, is this kind of a message that says this is the type of team we can beat?
I mean, like you said, yeah, we have lost a lot of close ones, especially last year. But being able to close out this one against a great Virginia team, it sends out a lot, and it shows, it tells a lot of people what we're capable of. Being that we lost 2 close ones on the road, tough road games, it's still those tough losses. We fought, but the great thing is we never put our head down. This early in the season, in the ACC season, and we actually grew from it and we got better, and it showed against Virginia. And I feel like after this win, we can start something.
And how do you carry over a win like that into the Notre Dame game, and then coming up, you got the Dukes, North Carolina, and
you took what you did. You found out what you did great, and what you did against that Virginia team, because they're great offensively and defensively, and you really take that mindset. Use it against other teams in the ACC. Being that you really can't look over any team in the ACC, but if you had that mindset, I know they were number 4 in the country, but going into, you got to play every game like each team, has a number by their name, and you got to be hungry for, success and wanting to win. You got to have faith and believe in one another, and I think that's the biggest thing, believing in one another and believing in that you can win, and just losing is not an option.
Is there a point guard you think you play like?
Point guard I could play like signature point guard, or just like
Anybody.
you move Dwayne Wade to the point guard.
Okay,
I can roll with it.
Okay.
Bill, I could do 6'4", 6'5". Yeah, I could do it.
Okay. Very good.
Prepared.
Thanks, Marcus.
No problem.